Why'd you put a finger up?
I put a finger up because I was stopping my recording and restarting it so that I have not a 24-hour long file to edit later on.
So you didn't want me
I didn't want you to
anything?
say anything. You can speak freely now.
I was just reading Craig's comment because I had asked him about getting along with his siblings because his mom had said they get along better when they're older, and he said they're all still under the same roof, and so he's not sure yet. My younger brother and sister are less than 2 years apart, so they get along really well. That might change too, though, depending on how young they are. I don't know. I like our boys are 2 years apart, and then we have a gap, and then our girls are 2 years apart. And I was always really grateful for that combination because I'm sure it's the cause of more fights, but I also think that it's made them closer to have like a buddy to grow up with. So I like that.
They're 2 years
They're
apart?
paired. Yeah, the boys are 2 years apart and the girls are 2 years apart. So I've always liked that. I'm sure it's going to be awful when the girls are in high school. But, we'll get through it.
Oh yeah. Gotta take my heartburn medication and my multivitamin and my potassium
You
supplement.
should look at being a sponsor for some of these things and do an ad.
Didn't go down as easy as it usually does. That was a little trickier.
I've been holding your headphones for quite a while.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your earbuds.
The
Do you want
Yeah,
them?
that's disgusting. I'm sorry.
I don't care about that.
Okay.
Did you ever buy the ear camera?
No.
Are you going to?
No. Karyne has this ear camera. Do you still have it?
Yeah.
This ear
I should have
camera.
brought it.
That would have been amazing. Could we have done a live feed of one of our ears, hold it up to the camera up there or something?
You hold up the picture on your phone.
Yeah.
It would be great, but yeah. And it's just great. There's this light and this camera. It was $20 on Amazon, and I can go in and look at how much wax I have, and I can scoop it out. It feels so good. It does.
It looks horrifying.
But it looks worse than it is because it's magnified on the camera.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then your ears feel so clean.
Yeah.
It feels really good. And I bet you would have a lot of wax in there.
You think so?
Dig out. Yeah.
I do. Well, I think it comes out naturally because I've known, for me, every once in a while, I'll feel something come loose, and then I'll pull
Nice.
pull a big glob out, and I'll be like, "That is phenomenal. What was that doing in there?" Yeah. Kububu says, "What's with the pills, Peter? Are you okay? Did you have a blood test recently?" I'm fine. No, it was a heartburn medication. A meprazole. Does that sound right? You can get it over the counter too. Oh, yeah, you're not a pharmacist.
No.
That's Holly, my wife. Not to be confused with Karyne, my sister.
Thank you for clarifying.
Even though,
Next time I'll wear a name tag.
even though if I do swap two women's names, those are the two that I accidentally swap.
Well, because you don't have any daughters.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm fine. I do have blood tests about, actually it has been roughly every 6 months, but in the last year, because they just wanted to make sure something else was fine, and it's fine, and it has nothing to do with any of that. I've been taking heartburn medication for over 10 years, 20 years, I think, close to probably around 15 years, I think. And the multivitamin and the potassium, normally that's just one multivitamin, but when I bought a new bottle of multivitamins to replace the old ones, it said multivitamin. I thought they're all the same or whatever. But then I realized, it doesn't. I got a leg cramp one night. I was like, what the crap? That's why I'm taking these multivitamins. They have potassium. I don't want leg cramps. And it didn't have potassium. And I'd been on it for, 3 days or something. It doesn't take long for me to get leg cramps if I go off potassium.
Really?
I guess.
Weird.
So, I didn't want
We
to.
don't have the same genes.
I didn't want to just waste these, so I got a bottle of just potassium, so I could finish out the.
But that's like when you buy hot dogs and hot dog buns.
I know. The numbers are going to be off.
Well, you're gonna finish the multivitamin and have all this potassium left over.
Yeah.
And then what do you do?
Well,
with that?
maybe just have. You know what I'll do is I'll just finish off the potassium without the multivitamin. Because those other things in the multivitamin, they don't cause weird pains if I go without them for a little while. But potassium, I guess, does. So, let's see here. Kubu says, "Oh, this sounds like our sister Jhannea, who's an audiologist."
Yes.
Says, "You should be careful with cleaning your ears. I went in too deep and slightly damaged my eardrum." Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm paranoid when I do it. I'm very slow and careful. Whereas my husband, and I'm
Does he really?
like, no, stop, slow down. So he makes me nervous when he does it.
Yeah, he says the doctor told me that the ear cleaned itself. I need to be more careful, and that's why I haven't done ear swab things. The only time I've done anything is if, in the very rare instance where I feel like something is clogged and it's affecting my hearing in some way, and then I got like an earwax, like the thing, the
droppers,
a
Amobrixol something. I don't know.
Something with sounds and like an X, and there's an X in there somewhere. Debrox.
Oh, that sounds.
I think that's it. So I've used that once or twice.
The only reason I bought that tool to begin with was because I couldn't hear out of my right ear very well.
Yeah.
And the last time that happened was in Rwanda, and my hearing completely went out in the one ear.
Oh, geez.
And I was like, what do? I don't want to go see someone here, and I can't wait till the next time we go home.
Yeah.
And then there was this night that there was this loud thunderstorm, and I thought there's no carpet in Rwanda, and so the stairs were tile, and we had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and we'd like piled furniture in front of it to make sure they wouldn't fall down the stairs during the night. And in my mind, the thunder noise was my kid falling down the stairs with the chairs and table we'd used to block it. And so I remember bolting out of bed in a panic, and I think my ear was like suction cupped to the pillow. Oh. Because I felt like a tug when I did that. And then the next morning, I found the biggest wad of earwax in my ear that I've ever seen. And I could hear again. So it was a relief. But I mean, when I felt it plug up again, I was like, it's wax. That's what happened last time. And sure enough, I got a big doozy out. But ever since then, I just check it every once in a while, and there's not much there, but it's still fun to scoop out what is there.
Oh, boy.
2 of my kids find it really fun, and so they let me clean their ears. I know. Or they'll watch me clean mine, and they'll be like, Mom, can you do me next?
Okay.
The other 2 won't let me near them.
Yeah. Yeah, Spider Dan says...
Debrox.
I use Debrox, too, yeah.
I did try that first, on your recommendation.
I like the way it snap, crackles, and pops in your ear.
It doesn't do that for me.
It's like, it doesn't do the Rice Krispies thing? Oh, it feels good, sounds good.
I think you have really dry earwax, and mine is really wet.
Oh, maybe that's it.
And I think that's why it works well for you, because it loosens it up, whereas mine's already wet and sticky.
Okay.
But I remember that when we were young, driving in the Ford Fairmont, and you were driving next to me, and I just remember staring at you while you were driving, and I was like, you have so much earwax in your ear.
I could see
like a trail of it coming out. Yes. And you were like leaning in and just look at it some more. Like,
that sounds about right.
I'm not cleaning it out because I want you to have to look at it.
Jhannea's experience was very different. Jhannea has always, our older sister, who's 3 years older than me. I'm 5 years older than you. Jhannea's 3 years older than me. Holly's 3.5 years older than me, which was weird at first. I was like, you can't be older than my older sister. That's weird. That's like I'm dating one of her friends. But anyway, crap. What was I?
Earwax in Jhannea.
Oh, yeah. She was always very sensitive auditorily, and so when I would talk, I'm a loud talker, expressive talker and stuff, and she would very often when we're driving in the car go, oh, Peter, oh, you're so loud, And I say that with a little bit of a North Dakota accent, because I think somehow she always had a little bit more of one, and even more so now that she lives in North Dakota. But like my mom's family's from North Dakota, my dad's family's from eastern Montana, so like right 30 minutes from each border or something like that is where they live. But
I remember she was always so sensitive to like clapping, like if I would clap when we were laughing or something.
Yeah.
And I have this one memory of her, like John and I were newly dating and he was over at the house and he clapped really loud and she thought it was me and she turned and like gave me this awful glare.
Did John know it was for him?
John. Oh. And so then she gets this like sweet smile on her face, like, oh.
That wasn't a devil look. And it would never have been for you. You never played any of the Final Fantasy games, did you?
No. Mm-mm.
I feel like after Chrono Trigger, did I try to introduce you to Final Fantasy 3?
I think you had me play one of them, and I just never got into it.
Yeah.
I think, too, though, Chrono Trigger, I don't remember exactly when I played it, but it was like this prime time where it was before school was stressful for me. Because once I got deeper into high school, I didn't have time for video games the same. Or I chose reading over video games because I only had time for one or the other.
Yeah.
And so I picked books over video games.
Well, good for you.
I mean, it was like just fiction, nothing.
Yeah, even so, though.
Yeah.
If you got to do without one, better to do without video games. This was originally released, it's remastered, but it was originally released on the PlayStation 2.
Okay.
And I think I'll always remember, Mom and Dad bought us a PlayStation 2 as their wedding present for us.
Oh, how funny.
Because we got married, 6 months or a year after it came out, and I waited, but there was finally a Final Fantasy game that came out for the PlayStation 2. It was Final Fantasy X. And I was so big into Final Fantasy. That was my series, And
you know what? I think I was with them when they bought that because I worked at Target, and so I could get a 10% off.
That's the one right there.
And I think
still got it.
Because I lived at home, and I was, still in school, and Mom and Dad were like, that can be your contribution to the gift. You can sign your name because you got us the 10% discount.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah, and I remember after we got it, and we opened it or whatever. I think Mom and Dad were there when we opened it.
Was it the wrong one?
No, it was the right one.
Okay.
But Mom was like, "Now this plays DVDs, right?" Because that was one thing that I had said in our registry or whatever, that this can also function as our first DVD player, And as DVD players go, it wasn't that much more expensive than a DVD player. It was cheaper.
Then,
and it was cheaper than some DVD players at the time. So it was a really good option for a DVD player,
Yeah.
But Mom didn't want to just be buying what would just end up being a video game console for Peter. She wanted it to be valuable to Holly too, and I assured her yes. And it was our DVD player for years. We were just when we were living in the apartment, and then maybe a year and a half, and then after we got into the house, we got the other DVD player not long after.
So you could have them one upstairs, one downstairs.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, I should probably get going. It's getting late.
Okay. Spider Dan says, seeing as it is almost 1:30 a.m., I should probably go to bed, LOL. Well, thank you, Spider Dan, for sticking it out this long. Thanks, Karyne.
Yep.
Always like doing this. Did we figure out a hangout time yet for... I don't think we have. I think it's on my agenda. I think it's on my agenda to get in touch with you this week sometime, now that we got the Hero Quest night for the boys figured out, to figure out our next hangout night.
Yeah, I can't remember, and I think when it came up on my calendar, I was like, oh, I'm going over there June 3rd.
Does that count? It can. I mean, we don't have to get together, real soon.
Fine.
But
I just knew we wouldn't have one right after.
Yeah.
So yeah. Sorry, I spilled my entire bag, so I gotta clean it up.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Here, I'll take my headphones.
All right. Oh, I think that's everything. Cool. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Have fun staying up with Peter.
Enjoy your night.
Thanks.
Or what's left of it, I guess.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right, see ya. She said, wow, and I'll show you what she was pointing to. I've got this little coaster here. Let's see. And that's ibuprofen and Tylenol. Not that I think I'm going to need near that much. It was just quicker to just kind of a little bit recklessly dump it onto this little coaster where it wouldn't roll around and spill off on the floor or something like that. But I wanted to... I wanted to have some accessible in case later in the night I was getting some aches and stuff like that, as sometimes happens, as usually happens a few hours from now. But I didn't want to steal the ibuprofen and Tylenol away from our medicine cabinet where Holly would be expecting to find it. So anyway, let me adjust some levels. I changed oh, come in. Are you saying goodnight? Yeah. Okay. Love you, my boy. Yeah. Thank you so much. Sleep good. Bye-bye. Yeah, give me just a second to kind of adjust some levels again. Okay. Well, I am very grateful that the stream has been doing very well. It's not been cutting out or showing a lot of signs, at least on my end, of technical problems or bad quality. Haven't seen any bots yet. We had a bot, pretty recurringly throughout a lot of the last 24-hour live stream that I did. So all things considered, and Lord willing, it'll continue that way. We'll just kind of see what happens. So I brought the settings back, made adjustments to bring it a little closer. I do think, though, that I kept my volume up just a little bit because I think at this stage of the marathon and going forward, I do tend to get a little bit more subdued, and I think that's appropriate in terms of just my volume output, so that my voice doesn't give out on me. So I can get away with kind of just softly doing my late night radio voice and still be heard by you guys. So yeah, let me get back into this. Maybe do, I don't know, see if I can do an hour of this and see how I feel after that. I think I saved already, but let's do that again. Oops, let me make sure that TV's just the monitor's just a little bit more visible. And Spider Dan, I assume, just before heading out, said Godspeed to you both. Thank you very much, Dan. Rugged Warrior, no, I don't think you have ever told me how you got your PS2. Maybe it'll sound familiar if you tell me again. Or maybe this will be the first time, but feel free. I gotta remind myself what I'm doing here. We're almost to the Pharaohs at Ridorana. So, let's keep doing that, I guess. Boy, playing this does... it does remind me that I love this series, or I loved it before it kind of... This was really the last Final Fantasy that I really, really liked. And it would be great if 16 represented kind of a return to that enjoyment for me in the franchise. We'll see. Alright, am I heading into a boss fight? Oh crap. Oh boy. Would it be terribly unwise of me to have some Skittles right now? I think it would. Let's do it anyway. I got caffeine pills. Alright. Someone's got to heal what's his dude. Alright, Pinello. Alright, I think... Let's see, is he not weak enough for that to trigger? I don't know why she's attacking right now. Does he not count? She's got plenty of MP. Oh crap, he was healing himself or something. I don't... Alright, everyone's doing okay. He's getting down to that halfway point. Let's have a Snickers. Ooh, I got sap going on though on all my guys. Well, most of them. See, some people don't like this, that you can lift your hands away and watch the game play, but I'm cool with it. It's like a supervisory thing. That's kind of how I want to play games like this. Oh, good job. Good job, Pinello. Oh, Pinello's in trouble. Vaughn's got Phoenix down going. Great job, see? There you go, she's back up. We're close. He's getting nastier at the end, but... Come on, stay on him, guys. Come on, you got him. One more good hit. There we go. Very nice. I'm really setting myself up for a crash now. I just had a small handful of Skittles, a little fun-sized Snickers, now a donut stick. But I think this is pretty close to the end of my eating. That's why I wanted to get some of these in before the end. Oh, no cutscene. I thought for sure I'd get a cutscene right now. They usually have some kind of cutscene after a boss fight. Alright. That's cool. Let's see, Rugged Warrior says, it was the first Christmas they were out and impossible to find. My grandma was at a store and they had a cart full of them. She was so excited that she found one. She bought it, not knowing what it was. Huh. That's great. You love those stories where, like, you get something from a parent or a grandparent and they really don't know the level of enjoyment you're going to get out of it, or the amount, the level in, like, just your feelings, or the amount in just the time that you're going to get out of it. My parents bought me Hero Quest, the classic tabletop dungeon crawl game. The first, really, to, well, probably not actually technically the first, but in many people's minds, the first board game that attempted to streamline the D&D experience into a board game. And so many games take inspiration from it. and have for years. And I believe that was the same year that I put at the top of my wish list hit sticks, which were these drumsticks with a little speaker that they had chords they would go down to, and you could hit them in the air and they would make a sound. I just thought the commercials were the coolest thing. And I think they must have been pretty cheap and not, really up to the budget that my parents usually spent. I don't know. But for whatever reason, I believe it was that same year that they bought me Hero Quest. I'd never heard of this game. They looked at it and they were just like, that looks like something Pater would like. Not really understanding. And I have gotten more hours of enjoyment out of that by far than any other board game. Any other tabletop game. Even like paper and pencil RPGs. They all fall behind the amount of time and the amount of enjoyment I've gotten from Hero Quest. All without my parents really having any idea what it was they were getting. So those are cool. Those are cool stories. Gabriel Simpson says, looking strong, sir. I'm going to bed soon. Thank you for your ministry and friendship. Hopefully I'll catch some of the insanity once you release episodes on YouTube. Thank you so much, Gabriel. Really appreciate you, man. Have a good night and enjoy your Sunday. I am planning to enjoy my Sunday after getting some rest. Holly and I will be watching some Ted Lasso. We're on season 3. And it's been, it's not a geek show, so I'm not going to spend much time talking about it, but I'll just say that we've enjoyed the first 2 seasons. Season 3 has felt like it's gone off the path of what makes that show great for us. But it looks like as the season has progressed, they're getting things back on track, so my hope is that it'll finish well.
Hey, Fran. Something's written on the wall.
Engraved by someone, it seems. It's quite old. Lo, seeker in days unborn, God blade bearer. Know you, this tower challenges the sky. Where the watcher, the ward of the 3 waits, soul hungry, unsated. He without power, want it not. He with power, trust it not. He with sight, heed it not. Rend illusion, cut the true path. In blood, Wraithwall.
The Dynast King?
Does it startle you? The Dynast King took his sword from the Ocuria. It was here he claimed the Nethicite. He must have known he was not the last the Ocuria would choose. He left this for you. Rend illusion, cut the true path. Words of much mystery, yet his blood runs in your veins. Perhaps it whispers to you the truth.
This music is familiar. I think I spent a lot of hours in this place. Yeah, there's some post-game monsters and stuff in this tower that you can spend a lot of time with. And I did. So I think that's why this music sounds more familiar to me than maybe some other music in the game. This tower, wrought by hands undying, heaven-bound path. Its myriad ways cannot be walked by those of the world below. Those who trespass here in avarice will pay with tears. They who master power, wisdom, mist. The tower's secrets are for them and them alone. Okay. Lo, seeker of heaven's path, setting out, hearts of darkness shall light your way. Beyond vigil of the three houses stand threshold of night and watcher both. I don't know what any of that means. I know that waystone will teleport me, but let's see what else we find first. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's Penelo up a level. So she's functioning as... Oh, wait a minute. No, that was Ash that went up a level. So Ash is functioning as my black mage. Does that mean I can bring Fran back in? I think so. Penella's at 45. Redis is at 47. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring Fran back in to serve as my black mage. Yep, still good with this party. Now, is this a mimic? Yep. Okay. Oh, what is that? What is that? I think I need that or want that or something. I can't remember what. Gosh, I'm wondering now if I should try to finish this one before 16 comes out. The floating orb gives off a dark, eldritch glow. Well, we better touch it. Man, I cannot remember what these black orbs are for. But I remember collecting them. Alright, let's do it. Oh, that's a treasure that time. Ancient letters hang, blah blah blah. Benighted child, unchosen, with life so short, this tower freely may you tread. In your passing learn of truth, in your passing speak of truth, these words writ by hands undying. Whatever, that is not helpful at all. Oh crap, I think this thing is bad. I remember fighting these things. Oh. No, I'm thinking of... There's like a souped up version of this type of monster that is, it's an optional one. It's like a monster hunt. And before it will appear in this place, you have to go and accept the hunt for it. And it's no joke. I think it was like... Oh, geez. Hello. I think it was like the point at which I was like, okay, I think I'm done with the post-game. Or somewhere right around there. It was near my time being done. Because I never did finish everything the post-game has to offer. All the optional monster hunts. Nah, I think I did more than half of them. Maybe even more than 3/4 of them, but... Oops. Come on, pick up the... There we go. Man, the way those horses a second ago kind of like lose their footing and fall over. Man, you don't see that kind of enemy animation in like some modern games made today. I mean, it's just these games are just... They were always known for like being just the top quality of their day. I even felt that with Final Fantasy 15. That like, even though I didn't really care for the gameplay, that like, man, you could always count on Square Enix to give a nice big budget and like standard setting presentation to their monster creations, especially their monster designs. But I mean, yeah, great stuff. I think it's cooling off in our house just enough that I can turn that overhead fan down a little bit. Alright, I was looking for some direction. Just says no place to go but up, so okay. I noticed I was slumping in my chair a bit. I was like, okay, well, could probably zoom in that camera a little bit more at this point in the night. Alright, yeah, that'll do. Okay. Hermes sandals, huh? Oh, it's time to Swap in Bosch. That gives him an auto counterattack. That's nice. Oh, and that equips haste. That is cool. But I kind of feel like, makes her immune to silence. That's more valuable than haste. Reduces MP cost by half. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know that I want haste. I feel like I can probably cast haste. I'm probably too late in the night at this point to spend much time on this screen making decisions. I put this game on earlier because I was like, this is a good fit for while Karyn's still here. Because I needed something different. I needed to get out of Titan Quest. I was good on that. But I didn't want something... I wanted something that I could easily talk during. It wouldn't be too much thinking. But there's kind of two modes that this game can be in. One is the, the supervisory combat, just dungeon crawling, which doesn't take much thought. But here, on this page, this is pretty tactical, or it can be, because you're thinking like, alright, long term, where am I headed with this character? And I don't know that I'm up for that. Maybe I'll just keep moving around. Look for a save point. And then move on to something else from there. This doesn't look like I'm going to be able to open it. Threshold of Night. Wait, did I make... Oh, I didn't mean Fran... For Fran to be the leader. Oh, she's locked right now. Dang it. Still locked. Gotta get out of this combat. Okay. There we go. Bosch. He's my leader. So 46, 45, 45. Good. Alright. Oops. There we go. Oh, Penelo's 46. Does that mean another change? Maybe not. She's my white mage right now. White mage / time mage. Her alternate is Ash. I think I'll just keep leveling up Penelo. Yeah. Yep, I think this is kind of my A team right now. Bosch, Fran, and Penelo. Although Balthier, he's... Should I be working him up as... He functions nicely as a time battle mage. If I take Penelo out, I need to put Ash back in. So maybe I could do... Put him in, Penelo out, Ash in. And level these guys up. And then I've still got a black mage, I've still got a white mage, still got a time mage. Okay, yeah, I think that works. I think that works. And Bosch is still my lead. Oh, crap. Party cannot contain more than 3 characters, so maybe not. Do I need to take... Oof. I can't do without a white mage, but I don't like doing without a black mage. So maybe that means I take out Fran, because then she's both my white and my black mage. As long as her gambits are prioritizing healing. I think that works. Yep. Yep, she's still got all this stuff first. And then... yeah. Yep, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, okay, well, we'll give this a go. We'll give this a go. Alright. Any treasure in here to pick up? None that I can see. Nice. I think somebody's gambits had him hasting the whole party, and maybe that's Balthier, because I don't think when Pinella was functioning as my time mage that she was hasting everybody. I could be wrong. Alright, I'll pop a little, like a half a caffeine pill. I should probably think about finishing off my caramel corn. It'll just get chewy if I leave it out. Maybe till tomorrow. Oh, is this a map? Okay. So it's just some areas to fill in. Come on, guys, don't get stuck on him. We gotta go. Let's see, did I read this one? From Beasts of Tower's base, rest the orbs you seek, ripe with hidden magics. Orbs of Tower's magics born, here and here alone to be found. Dang it, that black orb's gonna disappear. I think I gotta collect a lot of those for some reason. I don't remember why. Oh, Oh no, we're going this way. The beasts here dwelling oft possess black orbs. Herewith approach by thine offering sealed way to open. Alright, so I need to collect a bunch of black orbs. And then I think come back there. And I can't remember how many I need to collect, but yeah, that's what it was. Some kind of collection game. And the strategy guide I think told me how many. But hopefully the game itself alerts you when you've collected enough. I think it might. Oh man. Bosch is already leveled up. Okay, 46. Do I want to swap him out? I don't think so. I think I want to take him up to 47 and then we'll go back to Vaughn. Come on, who's the straggler? You catching up? He's too far away. You can't do anything with him anyway. Where are we? Okay, let's go check out that back corner. There's a little back corner back here. Gotta be complete. Alright, so there's that. Yeah, we've pretty much cleared, we've been everywhere. Now we're gonna go out that door, go to save point, and we're good. Oh, black orb! No, come back, come back! I missed it. Oh, black orb, right there. I guess I haven't tried this waystone to teleport, but that's alright. Man, I have had many save games at this crystal, or another like it in this place. Okay. Did I save? I'm pretty sure I did, but let's save again. Okay, now we did. Oh, don't power off! Don't power off! You're not going to bed, Franson. There's almost 7 more hours to go. So. Oh, I might need to switch to water soon. Now, what was I just thinking of switching to? Oh. Yeah, let's, yeah, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I have a funny feeling that maybe one of these turn-based games I might be able to spend some time in, because they're not overly thinky. At least if you don't choose to get into the weeds of them. Which Labyrinth of Refrain has plenty of weeds you can get into. But let me change my, what do you call it over here? For more chat about geek entertainment, answers to your questions, and news from the wider world of Christian geekery, get the Christian Geek Central podcast today on iTunes and other podcast services.